In recent years, the cry has been, beat the Boston Celtics. 1965-66 was a season that almost was.
The challengers, naturally, are young and hungry. They never had a championship. Of course, these men are old pros, a special breed of performing artists. They've practiced so long, so many years, their skills have become a part of them. They've been playing hard for 5 solid months, 84 games, leading up to this one. Their first championship is 9 years gone. 9 years. A generation in sports.
For years, the team to beat for the title has been Boston, led by Bill Russell.
The 1965-66 season proved to be somewhat frustrating to the Boston Celtics. Going for their 10th straight regular season pennant, they incurred several injuries which hampered their effectiveness down throughout the season. Nevertheless, they still held a slim lead coming into the final few weeks. But Philadelphia was not to be denied this time and overcame that lead, passed the Celtics, and hung on to win the Eastern Division pennant. Faced with predictions that they would be dethroned, the aroused Celtics went into the 66 playoffs determined to bring back another world championship.
If anyone figured to take Boston, it was Philadelphia, the Eastern Division champions.
Many people feel that teams in the NBA do not have plays or patterns, but actually the Lakers have some 27 patterns with many options from each, as do most other clubs in the league, with a series of picks and screens, maneuvers to help each other free themselves from the defensive man that's covering them.
It's hard to pin down why Boston has been so great. They aren't the biggest team, they don't shoot the best, but when it counts, they seem to play what you might call the essential game. They can do the things that really count. Of course, the essential game is also the toughest to keep up, and this is an old team. As athletes, that is, they're old men with a load of injuries and fatigue.
People, why are the scores so low today? They're low because the coach wants to protect his job. The only way you protect your job is to hold the ball. When you hold the ball on offense every time, the score's got to be lower. You take less shots, you see? Meanwhile, when he's in the game, hoping against hope that at the end he'll get a little spurt and win the game. But everything is predicated on money and fear.
And coaches have slowed the game to a walk. That's why we see games in the 60s and 70s. They want to control every possession. They don't let teams fast break like his great teams did because they're making so much money. They don't want to get fired. They want to control the game. And one of the things that made Red was that he trusted his players.
Yeah. Well,
when Russell got the ball,
he had some players you could trust.
Well, yeah, and he got them. I mean, remember, he was the coach, the general manager, the assistant coaches, the scouting staff, and the marketing department back then.
Jordan's entrance into the NBA coincided with the growth of cable television. Networks like ESPN and its Sports Center put athletes on display like never before.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if there's a fast break, instead of making just a normal layup, they'll twirl around and then they'll just do whatever they possibly can do because they're thinking, I'm going to be on Sports Center with this one. Just a normal layup won't get you anything, and so it won't get you certainly on the nightly news.
Well, what about those that look back on the day and said, oh, come on, those guys couldn't compare?
I think a lot of players, beside myself, would be very good players today. I don't think the game has changed that much. I think now the rules have changed, and I think the rules will probably be favorable. Then we played, guys could hand check you, played a guy strong. He could direct you in every position, everywhere you wanted to go. When we played, it was more physical, far more physical then. It's like now the guys can do things and pretty much like dribble the basketball, change direction. When we played, it was carrying the basketball.
Right.
You turn your head, it was carrying the basketball.
Havlicek comes to the right. On the left, it goes over to Russell. There are 35 seconds left. Russell fakes. Russell's driving to the hoop, and he stops it. 95, 30 seconds left in the Celtics are in the verge of their 9th World Championship. The score, this place is going berserk. Havlicek falls down, rolls the ball to Russell. West steals the ball from Russell and shoots. It's good.
They were calling poundings, a handful of years ago or more, but they stopped doing that. If some of the players were called for traveling when they take 5 and 6 steps, I remember when I was coming up, you could take 1.5 steps for like a layup, and now you can take 2 steps. This is legal. 2 steps is legal now. And it makes a huge amount of difference. And so players can do more things if you don't have to. It's like walking and chewing gum at the same time, you know. I mean, now you don't have to, you can drive to the hoop and not have to dribble the ball. I mean, that makes a big difference.
There are 9 seconds left. The pass comes over to Sam Jones and knocked out of his hands. And it's out, Sam, out of bounds. 6 seconds left, and it's only a 4-point lead. Well, suddenly the Lakers have a chance. Now it goes into Ellis. His quick jump shot, Ellis, is good. 4 seconds left, and the lead is down to 2 points. All right, Casey with the ball. Gets surrounded. 1 second. Is it? It's all over. Havlicek got the pass, and he gets mobbed. It's all over. That's the final score. The Boston Celtics beat the Los Angeles Lakers 95-93. And this crowd has surged